You probably think you're a good, law-abiding person, right? You pay your taxes, recycle, say thank you, and follow the rules. But what if I told you that every single day, without realizing it, you might be breaking the law? Not in some villainous, headline-making way, but in small, ordinary acts that feel harmless, yet are technically crimes in many parts of the world. This isn't about danger. It's about the fine line between normal and illegal, the gray area where modern life quietly bends the law. So let's step into that world of invisible crimes, where good intentions don't always keep you innocent. Let's start with something you've probably done 100 times, using someone else's Wi-Fi. You visit a friend's house, your phone automatically connects, and you scroll away. No harm, right? Except in many countries, that counts as unauthorized access, the same legal category as hacking. Even if you didn't steal data or crack a password, the mere act of connecting without explicit permission could technically get you in trouble. Imagine being charged for checking Instagram on your friend's network. Wild but true. Now, what about downloading movies or songs from a free website? Everyone has done it once. Maybe a movie that wasn't available yet, or a song you couldn't find anywhere. But that tiny act is considered copyright infringement almost everywhere. People have been fined thousands for a single film. Streaming or torrenting might feel harmless, but legally you're crossing into digital theft territory. The internet doesn't forget, and companies spend billions tracking those violations. Here's one that gets sneakier: recording people without consent. You're having fun, you hit record during an argument or a prank, thinking it's harmless. But in many regions, recording someone in a private place without permission is considered an invasion of privacy, even if you never post it online. That little clip you thought was funny, it could technically make you a criminal. Privacy laws take consent more seriously than most people ever imagine. And then the everyday habit of reposting memes, pictures, or clips online. You see a great quote, a viral reel, or a breathtaking photo, and share it on your account. But here's the shocker: even screenshots and re-uploads count as copyright violations. The moment you claim or share content without permission, you're technically stealing intellectual property. The safer path? Always credit the creator, or better yet, create your own. Let's go deeper. Have you ever listed something for sale that you didn't actually own yet? Maybe a concert ticket you plan to buy later, or a product still in pre-order? That can be considered fraud because you're advertising something you don't possess. The law sees that as deception, even if your intention was harmless. One post can turn a clever idea into a legal problem. Then there's the digital temptation of cracked software. You've seen those free versions of Photoshop or Office with special installers. They promise freedom from payments, but what they really give is stolen code. Using pirated software isn't just unethical, it's illegal, and many cracked programs are crawling with malware that silently harvests your private data. Every time you save money, you might be giving hackers a free pass into your life. Here's a smaller but surprisingly universal crime: jaywalking. Everyone crosses the road when there's no car in sight or glances at their phone while driving. But in many cities, that's a finable offense. The phrase, "everyone does it," doesn't protect you when the law sees you as reckless. Laws aren't always logical. They're designed to maintain order, not convenience. Now, let's talk about something creators often overlook: using random Google images in thumbnails or ads. That one photo that perfectly fits your YouTube title might actually belong to a professional photographer. Use it without permission, and you've violated copyright law, especially if your channel earns revenue. One image can cost thousands in fines or even bring down your channel. Use royalty-free sources or shoot your own photos. It's safer, smarter, and more authentic. Feeling uncomfortable yet? Good, because here's the modern classic: sharing your Netflix or Spotify password. For years, we've all done it: family, friends, even exes. But technically, that's unauthorized access. Netflix and others have already begun cracking down, tracking IP addresses, and issuing warnings. It's not a police matter yet, but in some regions it's creeping into legal territory. That little act of kindness might not stay harmless for long. Now imagine this: you run a small business, a school project, or even a simple email list, and you collect people's names or emails without asking first. Seems innocent, right? But under privacy laws like GDPR, that's illegal data collection. You're supposed to get consent before saving or using anyone's information. In a world where privacy is power, the smallest oversight can look like exploitation. And here's the one every content creator must hear: using music or video clips in your content without permission. Even a few seconds from a movie or song can trigger copyright bots. Entire YouTube channels have been taken down for it. Fair use isn't as flexible as people think. If it's not transformative or educational, it's risky. That background track you thought was harmless could erase your monetization overnight. All of this leads to one unsettling truth: modern life is built on convenience, and convenience often flirts with illegality. The digital world has blurred the lines between moral and legal. What feels harmless might not be harmless under the law. But here's the real twist: this isn't about fear, it's about awareness. The more you know, the freer you actually become. Because once you understand the hidden systems that shape your daily life, you can finally live with intention, not assumption. So next time you borrow Wi-Fi, stream a song, repost a meme, or use that free app, pause for a second and think, is this just normal? Or is it quietly breaking a rule I never knew existed? Because knowledge doesn't just protect you, it transforms you. And that's exactly what we explore here on The Mind Reversal: how everyday thinking can blind us, how truth hides in the small print, and how awareness changes everything. If this opened your eyes, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to The Mind Reversal, and share it with someone who still thinks being a good person means they've never broken a rule. Because sometimes understanding the law isn't about guilt. It's about waking up to the invisible systems we live under.